Hello and welcome to this Sage CRM Summit 2021 session, showing you a few of the add-ons Cumulus have produced as part of our creation series of Sage CRM add-ons. We produced a large amount of these from DocuSign and live chat integration, a full configure price quote or CPQ system, inline list and field editing, and customer level discounts. However, in this series of videos, I'll be showing you our three main creations: quick transactions, a rapid quote and order entry system, Connect Marketing, our advanced MailChimp email marketing add-on, and Schedule Reports, our automated reports add-on that sends reports out by email in various different formats. So without any further ado, let's get started with the first add-on, Quick Transactions.
Additionally, in Sage CRM, to create a quote or order, you would click on the New Order button, enter in some top-level information such as the price list, and then save the header. Then you can enter in a new line item, new free text item, or new comment item using the buttons against the header record. This would then pop up a new window that allows you to specify the product, quantity, and sales price, etc. However, this can take quite a while and lots of mouse clicks to perform, and therefore can be rather frustrating to the user. Due to this, we have created Quick Transactions, a new add-on to allow quotes and orders to be created against companies on one simple screen, which can, if required, be entered in solely via the keyboard. To create a transaction, you simply need to, for example, go to a company and then click on the new Quick Quote button. You can then enter in the quote details, such as selecting a price list, along with the line items all from the one screen. If you type a product name or code into the product field, matching products will appear for you to select. When you select a product, the price will appear in the quoted price column, and you can enter in a quantity. You can then press Tab or click the plus button to create a new line. If you don't select a product and just type in a description, the system will recognise you are entering in a free text product and will then allow you to enter in the quoted price and quantity. If you enter in a description but no price or quantity, it will assume you want a comment line. If you happen to enter in a line but it's not in the correct order, you can drag the free line icon to the place you want the line, and the other lines will be reorganised accordingly. Then simply click Save to create the quote or order. You can also amend the record once created by simply clicking the Edit button, changing the details as required. This add-on is compatible with both standalone and Connect integrated Sage CRM solutions. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Please check out our other add-on videos that demonstrate our other creations products. Hello and welcome to this video showing how the Connect Marketing add-on, part of the creation series of enhancements for Sage CRM, works. Sage CRM already has MailChimp functionality, and so you may wonder why you might need to use an additional add-on. The inbuilt functionality allows single campaigns to be sent manually, which, whilst can be useful for basic campaigns, requires lots of user input to update the contacts and send the campaign. Connect Marketing automates the process and also adds additional functionality not in the inbuilt integration. Furthermore, Connect Marketing has been designed to work with other marketing tools in the future. For the purpose of this demonstration, I've created a company, Cumulus Solutions, in Sage CRM and have added free contacts to the company. Connect Marketing has been designed to work either within or outside Sage CRM campaigns. I'm going to create a new marketing campaign for Connect 50 and Connect 200. Firstly, I'm going to create a new campaign called Connect 50 and 200 campaign. I'm then going to create a new wave called Initial Email Campaign. We shall then create a wave activity under called Connect 50 or 200. However, I first have to create a group for use by the wave activity. I could do this by going to My CRM Groups, selecting the New Group option and naming the group Cumulus Contacts. I will then set this up as a dynamic group and use the person entity and the person search source view. I could, however, use static groups and any other view required. I'm then going to add a company name as search criteria and enter in Cumulus as the company name. This will create a group with the free contacts within the Cumulus Solutions company as shown previously. I can then go back to my campaign wave and enter in the new wave activity Connect 50 or 200 and select the Cumulus Contacts group. There is a new type option added as part of the add-on called Connect Marketing Campaign that can now be selected to specify that this wave activity is to be a Connect Marketing Campaign. Once saved, there will be a new button, Connect Marketing Campaign, which once clicked takes you to the new Connect Marketing Campaign screen. The campaign name and group will be pre-populated with the values set against the wave activity. You can now also set a scheduled date using the Schedule for Date Time selector. In this example, for now, I'm going to set a send time of 2 p.m. I can now view the campaign by going to the Marketing, Connect Marketing Campaigns tab. To view further details of the campaign, simply click the campaign name link. To complete the campaign setup in MailChimp, click the Open in MailChimp link. I can then configure or specify the template I want to use. I'm going to use the Connect 50 or 200 template. I can then configure the template further as required. This template has two links, one for Connect 50 and one for Connect 200, both going to pages on our website. Once I'm happy with the template, I can set the send from details and then close the window. The campaign is now ready to go at the time scheduled. However, I also want to configure another campaign that gets sent to all recipients of the first email who click the Connect 50 link. To do this, I can click the Total Clicks link within the first campaign to see how many total clicks we have received so far. Obviously, as the initial campaign is yet to be sent, this list is empty. At this point though, I can filter the list by a certain click URL. I know that the link for Connect 50 includes the phrase connect50.asp, and so I'm going to use that to filter my list based on the phrase by entering in %connect50.asp into the URL field and clicking filter. Again, nothing will be displayed yet as the email is yet to be sent. I can now click on the Group Actions button and from here create a new group based on the search I performed on the previous screen. I can give this group a name, in this case people who clicked Connect 50. I can then click Create Group to create a group based on this search. It's worth noting at this point that there's also a button Add Most Recent Search that allows you to add multiple searches to the group using an AND or filter. For example, all people who clicked Connect 50 and Connect 200. We can now check the new group by going to the My CRM Groups option and selecting the new People who clicked Connect 50 group name. Again, there is currently no records to show as a campaign is yet to be sent. I can now go back to my campaign and add a new wave activity, calling it Connect 50, using the new blank group and selecting the type as Connect Marketing Campaign. I can then click the Connect Marketing Campaign button to create the new campaign in MailChimp, and this time I'm going to enter the send time as 2:15 p.m. I can then go to the Connect Marketing Campaigns option, select the new Connect 50 campaign and open the campaign in MailChimp. As before, I then select the template I wish to use, Connect 50 in this case, edit the template as required, and then confirm the from details for the email. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm now going to edit the campaign to send it in 1 minute's time. This is obviously only for demonstration purposes so that we do not need to wait around for 2 p.m. Once the send date and time is hit, the status of the campaign in CRM will change to sending. If we take a look within MailChimp, I can see that it has now been sent to 3 recipients, the 3 contacts within the Cumulus Solutions company. At no point did we need to manually send the group to MailChimp. Instead, the group is updated to MailChimp right before Sage CRM tells MailChimp to send the group. This makes sure that the email is sent to the most recent version of the group contacts without any user interaction. If I now imagine I'm the recipient, Daniel Lewis, and view the email that I was sent, I can click on the link for Connect 50 as that's the product I'm interested in. That will then take me to the Connect 50 page on the Cumulus website. I can now view the details of the campaign in MailChimp and see that it has 1 open and 1 click. If we now refresh the campaign in Sage CRM, we can see the details of the clicks, opens and URLs in the email. We can now select total clicks to see the users who have clicked links and see the one user that has clicked the Connect 50 link. When we go to My CRM Groups, we can view the people who clicked the Connect 50 link from within the group, and see that one new person has been added automatically based on their interaction with the email. All of this happens automatically as people click the link. Again, for the purpose of the demo, I'm now going to adjust the Connect 50 marketing campaign so that it is set to send within the next minute. If we now view the campaign in MailChimp, we can see the campaign has been sent to one recipient, the user who clicked the link for the previous campaign. Connect Marketing also has additional functionality such as the ability to import MailChimp campaigns created within MailChimp, not Sage CRM, and also the ability to import tags from MailChimp into Sage CRM groups. We can also force immediate synchronization of MailChimp campaigns into CRM and push immediate updates of Sage CRM groups into MailChimp. Furthermore, we can see a history of the synchronization of groups into MailChimp. Another useful feature of Connect Marketing is the ability to configure merge fields between Sage CRM and MailChimp. As an example, we may want to enter in the job title against contacts and have that information available within MailChimp to be used on emails. In this example, I'm going to be entering the job title Managing Director against the contact Daniel Lewis. To be able to synchronize the field into MailChimp, first we have to create the merge field within MailChimp. I can go to the audience linked to Sage CRM and then select Settings, Audience Fields and Merge Tags. From here, I can add a new field as Type Text, give it a name, job title in this instance, and give the merge field a tag, job title. Once the merge field has been created, I can go back into Sage CRM and select the Merge Fields option within the Connect Marketing configuration screen. I can then select New to add a new merge field mapping, select the entity, CRM field, and then the MailChimp merge field from the drop-down lists, and then click Save. I can then either wait until a group containing the contact is synchronized to MailChimp, or can click the Update Group Immediately button from within a group that contains the contact to force and update their data. A quick check of the contact within MailChimp shows the job title field has been updated with the title Managing Director. Finally, we can also view how many clicks and opens a contact has done against a particular campaign by going to the Q Marketing tab against the contact. We can also view a copy of the email sent to the contact by viewing the Communication tab against the person and selecting the Connect Marketing email action. You can then click the email action hyperlink to view the email. Hopefully you have found this video useful and can see how Connect Marketing can help you unlock the value of your data from within your Sage CRM solution. Sage CRM has a rich array of reports and dashboards available out of the box that visualizes the data held within the system to the user in an easy to understand, informative way based on their role within the business. This can show bar, line, and pie charts as well as funnels and lists. Furthermore, dashboards can be interactive, allowing the user to display lists of records and interact with the records to show further information, all from within the dashboard screen. Additionally, static reports can be run from within Sage CRM to display a specific report to the user. In this example, the Open Cases by Agent report is being run. You can select the display output as to screen, export to PDF, or export to XLSX. You can also filter the report based on the report design by status and assign to, and even save the filtered report so that it's easy to run the report again with the same options. Here, I am filtering the report by the user Kylie Ward, and then saving the filter by the name Kylie's Open Cases. I can then run the report manually and apply the filter by selecting the Save Search filter, and then running the report. All of this functionality comes out of the box with Sage CRM and allows users to gain great insights into the information held within the product. However, all of these require the user to be logged into the system to view the dashboards or run the reports. Sometimes, people just want a report to land in their inbox on certain days at certain times that gives them an update on information, such as live sales opportunities or open support tickets. With the Creations Scheduled Reports add-on, this is now all possible from within Sage CRM. Once the add-on has been installed, you can access it by going to Administration, Creations, and selecting the Scheduled Reports option from the Creations menu. You can then see a list of the scheduled reports that have been set up. To create a new report, simply click the New button. You can then select the report you wish to schedule from the report drop-down. I'm going to select the Open Cases by Agent report. If any of the report filters are saved, such as the Kylie's open cases filter we created earlier, these can be selected from the Report Saved Search dropdown. We can select how we want the scheduled report to be formatted. Options are CSV, XLSX, HTML or PDF. We can select the email template we wish to use for the report email and finally select who we want the report to be sent to. You can free type in the email addresses or even select from a list of CRM users using the user drop-down list. Once you are happy, click Save to save the details. The final step is to configure the schedule for the report. To do this, click the Add Schedule button. You can schedule the report to be sent every certain amount of minutes, daily or monthly. For this report, I'm going to select daily. You can then select the days you want the report to be sent on, a start date and time to send the report, and even the end date if you want the report to be no longer sent after a certain date. You can also create as many schedules for the report as you like. For example, I'm going to add a schedule for the report to be sent at the beginning of each month at 12 PM. You can test the configuration of the report by clicking the Run Immediately button. This will immediately send the report using the configured details. You can see here an example of the email using the email template selected, the report name and the file as PDF. If I open the PDF, you can see the report details. If I change the Schedule Report Export To option from PDF to XLSX, reports are sent as XLSX. Here you can see the email with the XLSX attachment and also the attachment when opened in Microsoft Excel. I can also amend the Schedule Report configuration to be sent as HTML and to be filtered using the Kylie's Open Cases Saved Search. As you would expect, this sends the email with an HTML attachment and shows only Kylie's cases on the HTML document. For further information about schedule reports or any other Creations add-on, please contact us via info@cumulus-solutions.com or visit our website.